Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called Smart Hub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as Smart Hub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click Smart Hub to get started.
Maybe your AC unit needs a little tender loving care. If you don't know where to turn, then you don't know Jack.
Fergalicious.
In fact, they're downright funky.
Fergalicious.
Let the boys at Fergie's Plumbing and Heating get your AC unit ice cold, just like some of my lady friends. Don't let any fool make you lose your cool. Fergie's Plumbing and Heating. If you don't know Fergie, then you don't know Jack. 632-2660.
Fergalicious.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is now available to you thanks to Smart Home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Get fiber-to-home technology 100 times faster than average household internet speed. Plateau has multiple plans and options to fit your family. With Fast, get true 100 megs per second download and upload speed. With Faster, get true 500 megs of download and upload speeds. And with Fastest, you get 1 gig. Learn more at plateautel.com. Get the speed you need with Plateau. Tried, true, trusted.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to KSVPTV.com and Roswell Coyote Baseball, as the Coyotes will be taking on the Carlsbad Cavemen. The Carlsbad Cavemen coming in this contest 18-5, excuse me, overall, ranked third in the 5A classification and 3-0 in district play. As for the Roswell Coyotes coming in this contest 9-13 overall, 1-2 in district play, and the Roswell Coyotes kind of sitting at the 22nd spot in the 5A classification.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough road to the postseason for the Roswell Coyotes. I'm not even sure if they win today and then sweep Clovis that would even get them in. I think they're just a little too far outside right now, and will end up on the outside looking in.
Absolutely. Need some magic for sure. Going to have to definitely win this contest tonight, and, of course, probably safe to say for the rest of the season.
Oh, yeah. No, they can't afford another loss at this point.
Yeah, so, well, Coach, how about going over the starting lineups here for the Carlsbad Cavemen as the visiting team?
All right. Leading off and playing shortstop is going to be number 3, and that is Eloy Lopez. Batting second, playing center field, is number 12, Garrett Fuentes. In the 3-hole will be number 15, and that is Aiden Quintella. In the 4-hole, I should say, the Quintella is going to pitch. And the 4-hole is going to be the left fielder, and that is Gus Risher. He wears number 8. And the 5-hole will be the DH, number 11, Tanner Collins. In the 6-hole will be the third baseman, number 10, Wade Cozart. Playing first base, batting 7th will be number 9. That's Jonas Molinar. Richard Herrera will play right field and bat 8th. And catching, wearing number 14, in the 9-hole will be Jaden Carter.
All right, Coach, as you mentioned, Eli Lopez, leadoff hitter for Carlsbad. 1 pitch, 1 out, and I always say this, and I always say this probably for the rest of my life: 1 pitch, 1 out, pitcher's dream, and definitely a coach's dream. So good job by Luke Lynn, the starting pitcher for the Roswell Coyotes, and let's get that ruled. I'll call out a fly ball out to left field for out number 1.
Yeah, I called it a short line drive, or a high line drive. I mean, it's kind of in between. Lucero got a good beat on it early. Had to make a couple steps, come up and get it, but a nice play out there.
All right, coming up to the plate for the Carlsbad Cavemen will be number 12. That's going to be Garrett Fuentes, the 6-foot senior. Defensively for the Roswell Coyotes will be number 13, playing third base is Joaquin Bolaños. And then, of course, number 10, Jacob Palomino, followed by the second baseman, Savino Sanchez. Noah Lynn will play first base. And that's going to be foul back for strike number 1.
Strike 1. Evens the count.
All right, so 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The hitter is Garrett Fuentes. And Luke Lynn doing the pitching for the Roswell Coyotes. And they're going to say he did not offer, so that's going to be ball 2.
Yeah, a little close, but not a bad idea for Diego to look over and say, hey, did it go? He did. Was able to check that swing.
All right, here comes Luke Lynn as he's pitching from the stretch. As he delivers, that's going to be foul. Oh, no, wait a minute. It's going to be hit high, and let's see if the pitcher, Luke Lynn, will have it, and he does. So good job taking control of the ball, and it's going to be out number 2.
Yeah, nice job by Luke. That's an awkward play for the catcher and a long way to go for the third baseman. So good job by Luke to keep an eye on that and go get it.
All right, so what do you have, 6 pitches? Make sure we're the same?
I've just got 5.
Oh, really? Okay. That's going to be a called strike to the hitter number 15. That's going to be Aiden Quintella. There's the pitch, and that one's going to be fouled back for strike 2. The outfield for the Roswell Coyotes will be number 6, Lucero, followed by the center fielder Dominguez, and Jace Griffin will be playing right field. And again, the batter will be Lynn and Villa. 0-2 to the hitter, Quintella. That's going to be a base hit up the middle. So Carlsbad will have a runner aboard.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting, especially 0-2, as he just got the bat out there and punched it back up the gut and hit a little too hard for Luke Lynn to make a play and out of the range of Palomino.
Coming up to the plate now will be number 8, Gus Risher, the 5'11 senior. You know, I was looking at the Carlsbad baseball team. I was looking at Max Preps and some of the roster and some of the pretty, I should say, upperclassmen heavy.
Oh, yeah. No, this is an experienced team, a real good team. They're deep. They're good pitching, good fielding, good hitting. That's why they're number 3 in the state.
All right, it's going to be fouled back for strike 1.
You mentioned Risher, a 5'11 senior, and I looked over at Quintella. and they list him at 5'9".
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of boots he wore that day, but he is not 5'9". He is a great player, good power hitter, good fielder, and he'll pitch today. We'll see how good a pitcher he is, but not 5'9".
You know, actually, I did say that Carlsbad came in, I think I said 5th, but I meant to say 3rd in 5A. I tell you what, very good Carlsbad ball team, very well coached, and let's see what the pitcher here for the Roswell Coyotes, Luke Lynn, will do here. That's going to be strike number 2 on the called strike. Coach, I'm glad to be back, man. It seems like forever we haven't had a chance to broadcast a game, but when there's multiple games, you and I are at separate fields, and got to get it covered.
Yeah, and obviously we want to cover all teams, or as many as we can, and for their home contests. And we're close here, just right across the street, but yeah, it's been a while since we've had a 2-man crew.
All right, there goes the runner in motion, and there's going to be the throw. Oh, and I thought the throw might have been there, Coach.
Yeah, just led him towards the first baseline a little too much. But I think if he had gotten it straight, that Palomino had a chance to get him.
All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Quintella will get credit for the stolen base. Now Carlsbad with the runner in scoring position. The hitter is Risher. And nice bender, and that's going to be foul back for, well, the count will remain 1-2. And I'll just go ahead and let that go. So I do have approximately 12 pitches now. So we'll be even.
Yeah, what I do sometimes on that is they'll throw over to first, and I'll put a ball in there or something. You know? That's how I might get it messed up. But
that's all right, partner. We're even now. So, yeah, you know, Carlsbad, 18-5 in the year, and we'll talk about the schedules in a minute. And tell you what, they had a couple of losses that were very close. That's going to be foul back, and the count will remain 1-2.
Yeah, good battle here. Luke Lynn against Gus Risher. Lynn with good stuff, and Risher able to stay alive in that bat, foul a couple off.
You know, the interesting thing I'm looking at here is Carlsbad. They lost to, on the first game, February 27th, lost to Piedras 6-5, and they lost 2-1 at the Cleveland Invitational, and then 12-3 to Rio Rancho. How good is Rio Rancho? And there goes the runner in motion, and there goes the throw to third base, and they're going to say he's safe and got underneath. That's going to be a call ball. Quintella with the stolen base. Coach, your thoughts on that?
Well, it looked like a close play, and he'd like to have that throw down maybe a little bit, but it appeared to be in time. Maybe he just missed the tag. Hard to tell from here,
Well, you're right. And that one's going to be hit hard straight to center field, and Dominguez under it for the third out. So good job by Luke Lynn, and a nice catch by Dominguez.
All right, so after 1/2 inning, it is Roswell 0 and Carlsbad 0. Carlsbad gets no runs, 1 hit, no errors on 15 pitches. Top the order up for the Coyotes. That's Palomino, Dominguez, and Sanchez. When we come back, KSVPTV.com.
Hey guys, Aaron Dishman, your general sales manager down here at Roswell Ford. Did you know that Ford Motor Company employs more American workers than any other manufacturer in the United States? Did you also know that Ford Motor Company has the largest manufacturing footprint in the U.S.? That's right, guys. That's why during the month of April, we're going to reconfirm our commitment to you with employee pricing for all. That's right. You pay what we pay. Down here at Roswell Ford, we have hundreds of vehicles to choose from, and we want to put them in your driveway. Come see us today at 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell, New Mexico, or call us at 623-3673. Don't forget to ask for the guy in the tie. Can't wait till you get here.
Welcome back to KSVPTV.com. We are here at our yard at Roswell High School. Coming up to bat for the Roswell Coyotes will be Palomino, Dominguez, and Sanchez. And I tell you what, Coach, you mentioned earlier about, I guess I did something wrong here, the pitcher for the Carlsbad Cavemen.
Yeah, that's Quintella. And we don't have any stats that Coach Magaha coming over to the Carlsbad program. They no longer publish their stats, so. We can't tell you how he's done as a pitcher. Can't tell you how anybody's done as a hitter.
Well, I kind of want to just make sure. I put the statistics in there. The last hitter for Carlsbad was Risher. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that was correct on the fly ball. Changed it on me. I don't know how that happened, but we got it correct now, I think. All right. So we're going to accept and switch this. So Quintella, the pitcher for the Carlsbad Cavemen, will be facing the leadoff hitter number 10, the senior Jacob Palomino. It's always nice to, and of course, you've already had the opportunity to see Palomino come back. I didn't get that opportunity since he was out injured, but he's played in a few games already.
Yeah, he cooled off a little after that absolutely torrid start. I mean, he was hitting the ball all over the yard. I was going to say he went.
And I believe that was the right call. You had the check swing, but, the beauty of this, you get 3 strikes in this league.
That's correct.
Quintella, the pitcher for Carlsbad, throws well from the right side. That's going to be fouled back for strike 2.
Do you have the player playing second base there, partner?
You know what, Coach? I do. And let me get that for you, and I apologize. That's going to be Anthony Hernandez, wearing jersey number 7.
Gotcha. Thank you.
And I'll have to get that down for myself as well.
Time called by the hitter.
And that was Hernandez I mentioned?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. We got it down. All right, there's the curveball, and that's going to be a drop strike. I'm going to say it's a foul tip, so Palomino will stay alive.
Yeah, he did tip it, and then it one-hopped into the catcher's glove, so does stay alive.
All right, we'll talk about the defense here for the Carlsbad Cavemen here in just a moment. Excuse me. There's the pitch and the bender, and that one's going to be a called strike for strike number 3. Carlsbad going left to right from third base will be the starter as Cozart. At shortstop will be Lopez. Number 4, Hernandez, followed by the first baseman, Molinar. In the outfield will be Risher, Fuentes, and Herrera. And the batter, as we mentioned earlier, will be Quintella, wearing jersey number 15, and number 14 will be Carter. Coming up to the plate for the Roswell Coyotes will be number 8, Dominguez. And there's the first strike to Dominguez. And I know you have stats on these Roswell Coyotes.
Sure. Sure do.
That's going to be upstairs, swinging a miss for strike 2.
Yeah, Dominguez leading the team in hitting, runs scored, triples, and homers. Hitting .383. Whoa.
And it's going to be just inside. High fastball.
Matrix action there. Palomino, as I said, has cooled off a little, just a tick under Dominguez at .381, and also tied for the team lead in home runs with 2.
It's hard to believe next week is already the end of the regular season.
Yep. Yeah, these years go faster every year.
That one's going to be popped up, and let's see if Lopez will have a chance at it. No, he definitely does. Passes it over to Cozart, and round the horn it is for out number 2. Get that scored out correctly here, the fly out. So Lopez will get credit for the put out. Coming up to bat now for the Roswell Coyotes will be number 12, Savino Sanchez.
Yeah, hitting in the 3-hole. I was surprised to see that, but Sanchez has come on as of late with the hitting after a slow start.
Swing and a miss for strike 1.
He's got his average up to .270. Also tied with the team lead with 2 home runs. There's 4 Coyotes with 2 home runs.
That's going to be a nice pitch away and swing and a miss for strike 2. Carlsbad also losing 10-9 to Las Lunas. So 1, 2, 3 games. 3 out of the 5 losses that they have, 1-run games, Coach.
Yeah, no, this team, this is definitely a contender for sure. And, the great thing about baseball, any of those contenders, and sometimes people, teams that you wouldn't think are a contender can sometimes compete for it, but Carlsbad's going to be in the mix.
Yeah, it's going to be swinging a miss for strike number 3 and out number 3.
So after 1 inning of play, Roswell gets no runs, no hits, no errors on 13 pitches. Carlsbad will have Collins, Cozart, and Molinar when we come back after 1-0-0, KSVPTV.com.
April showers? Not here. Instead, we shower you with savings. We have tons of new vehicles, great interest rates, thousands of dollars off, and a bunch of additional upgrades to add on. And don't forget about our Powertrain for Life program on each qualified purchase. No umbrella needed. Just come grab the deal of the season. Richland Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where the forecast is always savings.
All right, welcome back to Coyote Baseball. Coming up for the Carlsbad Cavemen will be Collins, Cozart, and Molinar. And so at the end of one, the score remains 0-0. The pitcher for the Roswell Coyotes will be Luke Lynn. As usual, pitching from the stretch. And there he is. There's the windup. And I shouldn't say the windup. It should be probably the delivery.
Yeah. Got a decent breeze blowing straight out to left right now, and that's shortest fence in the ballpark.
And there's the bender for ball 2. Beautiful, beautiful afternoon, early evening here in Roswell, New Mexico.
Yeah, our second to last home game.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. Yeah, so actually, Coach, next week, Roswell will be playing here on Tuesday against Clovis to end it. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, they'll play Clovis again on Thursday or Friday.
Right, but
in Clovis.
But as far as home games,
yes,
next Tuesday will be the last home game for Roswell.
That is correct.
And there's the pitch by Lynn, and that's going to be inside for ball 4.
Yeah, and even if they were to somehow sneak into the postseason, there still wouldn't be a home.
Yeah, definitely. They'll be definitely on the road, if anything. But, well, just like softball, next Friday will be the end of the regular season as Clovis will come down here. And, you know, that's going to be it for their last home game as well. Coming up for Carlsbad will be number 10, Wade Cozart. And there's going to be a little ground ball to the second baseman. Nice field. And it's going to be on the exchange. So the fielder's choice, 4-6, will get the out. And nice play by Sanchez.
Yeah, and Palomino loses it on the exchange. I'm not sure he gets Collins, even with a clean exchange and a good hard throw. You want to get the lead runner there if you can, and like you said, a real nice play by Bino Sanchez.
All right, coming up to the plate will be Jonas Molinar, the right-hander. Will take ball 1. 22 pitches. Is what I have for Luke Lynn. 1 1/3 innings pitched. Infield looks pretty good for the most part.
Yeah, they've played so many different infielders because they're infielders. Some of them pitch, some of them catch.
It's going to be a bender for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, and an out for the Roswell Coyotes.
Then you've had Palomino miss some time with injury, and have some players that have had to miss games for other reasons, and so there hasn't been a real consistency to this infield. So I tell you what, though, this might be the strongest defensive alignment they have currently, with Bolaños at third, Palomino at short, Sanchez at second, and Lynn at first.
Oh, that's going to be real close as Luke Lynn will throw over to first base and Cozart will dive head first and just barely gets in. Coach, the call was correct, but it was darn close, I'll tell you what.
Good move. Good tag by Noah.
One out, score 0-0 here in the top half of the second inning. The hitter is Molinar. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Strike 3.
Strike 3, I beg your pardon. That's going to be out number 2. And now coming up to the plate will be number 4, Richard Herrera.
And Luke's been a strikeout pitcher for sure this year. He's got, let's see, I need my next page.
Okay.
52 strikeouts on the season now, 53.
Throw over to first base again, and Cozart's safe. I was going to put a ball, and I didn't. All right, from the stretch, and there goes the runner in motion, and it will be an easy stolen base. And now, due to the throw, Cozart will take third.
What was the pitch?
It's going to be a called ball. All right, so let me get that situated there as well. So ball 1. Herrera batting from the right side. There's the pitch. That's going to be foul back for strike 1. All right, 2 outs for the Roswell defense. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. The score is 0-0.
Yeah, and Luke looking to strand runners again. He's stranded a lot of runners this season. Ooh.
Oh, and that's going to be a called strike.
Yeah, that was up. That was up.
Yeah, that is right above the letters.
Yeah.
Which would warrant a ball, but he saw it differently. And there's the bender. That's going to be a little check swing. No.
Come on, Luke.
Well, that's he's saying that's my bad, and got away with it, and finally went 1-3 for the third out.
Yeah, I mean, you got to know the situation. Got to know there's 2 outs. Got an easy play at first, but like I said, he got away with it. No runs, no hits, 1 error on 14 pitches. And Roswell will have Lujan Bolaños Lynn up when we come back. 0-0 still. KSVPTV.com.
Injury, surgery, or illness can set you back, but you don't have to recover alone. At Artesia General Hospital, our rehabilitation services team provides physical, occupational, and speech therapy to help you regain strength, mobility, and confidence. Take the next step toward recovery. Call 575-736-8174 today to schedule an appointment and get back to living life to the fullest.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
All right, coming up for the Roswell Coyotes here in the bottom half of the second inning will be Lujan Bolaños and Lynn. And as we mentioned earlier, number 15 is Aiden Cantella, the 5'9" senior.
Yeah.
Doing the pitching for Carlsbad. I don't know if it's necessarily 5'9", Coach, but he throws the ball very well.
Yeah. He plays big. That's the important thing.
Then we'll call him 6 foot in that case then. So
at least.
All right, there's the pitch, and that one's going to be a bender for strike 1 to the batter, Lujan.
Seem to recall he had a 2 home run game in Carlsbad against us last year.
Okay. That one's going to be high inside fastball. That's going to be foul out of play. You know, I'm just looking at, Coach, and looking at the I think we might have said this on the air. If we haven't, I'm going to say it again. But anyway, Elias Lujan hits like his dad did when he was in high school. I mean, pretty much identical. That's going to be ball downstairs. And earlier I was looking over at Garrett Fuentes, ball player plays for Carlsbad. He bats like his dad, one of the assistant coaches, Jesse Fuentes. He and I were former teammates over at Eastern New Mexico. And that one's going to be a fly ball. And let's see if Molnar will have it. He does for out number 1.
Yeah, just kind of reaching out for that one as you do sometimes with 2 strikes. Easy out for the first baseman.
All right, coming out to the plate for the Roswell Coyotes will be number 13, Joaquin Bolaños.
Joaquin leading the team in hits this year with 24. Also leading the team with doubles.
Coach, top of your head, what was you're talking about hits, and I know Jack McDonald led the team last year in hits. Is that correct?
He did.
Do you remember
Actually,
what it was?
no, he didn't. That was Eli Lynn. Jack led in hitting. He finished here right at 500. But Eli Lynn had actually had more hits, even though he didn't have as good an average, because Jack just drew a lot of walks, and Eli's wasn't a base on balls kind of guy.
And the leadoff hitter.
And the leadoff, correct.
Yeah. That one's going to be hit high and could be trouble, but Hernandez is going to be called off by Fuentes, and it's going to be a fly ball and out number 2. All right, so good job by Garrett Fuentes. Now coming up to the plate will be number 15, the pitcher, Luke Lynn.
Luke hitting .263 for the season, leads the team in plate appearances and at bats.
Okay, ball 1. All right, and that one's going to be fouled just in the dugout for strike number 1.
Luckily, there's a screen there to protect the people in the dugout who might not be keeping their eyes on the ball.
All right, there's the pitch, full windup, and that one's going to be fouled over by your truck. Maybe a single bouncer to the hood.
Take it. Badge of honor.
1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Quintella, the pitcher, and he delivers curveball. Nice rip for Luke Lynn for the base hit, and the Roswell Coyotes will have a runner aboard.
I believe their first runner of the game is a 2-out single by Luke Lynn. And that'll bring up Adrian Lucero, had his first career home run against Hobbs 2 games ago here in that, well, I was calling it a home run derby on the air. There were
plenty of
6. There were 4 by the Coyotes, 2 by the Eagles.
And that's why this is pretty dirty inside, right?
Oh, man. It was a bit breezy that day.
Well, I know. Luckily enough, I was in that press box up there. All right, from the stretch is Quintella.
Was it a home run derby over there?
Yes.
Batter in that scoreboard and left?
For Carlsbad it was, yes.
Did we have a ball there that I missed?
You know what?
Or did he throw it first?
He did throw it first. I don't think there was anything else. All right, it's going to be a called strike. So nothing in 1 with 2 outs.
Quintella at 24 pitches, is that what you have?
Quintella, I have him with 27.
We're way off then.
And that's not usually happening for the visiting team. There's the pickoff move. And the courtesy runner is that Jones Witt?
It is Jones Witt.
And there's going to be a Coach, I'd be lying if I said I thought it was a pass ball. Did you see it?
It did bounce in front of the catcher. So
you made that call. I did not see it.
I'm going to call it wild pitch.
Okay. So on the wild pitch, and the count that I have now is going to be 1 ball, 1 strike. Maybe Sarah, the hitter. awaits the pitch, and there's the delivery, and that's going to be foul into the left side dugout. I should say the third base dugout for strike number 2. All right, so the Roswell Coyotes have the courtesy runner. It's more of a curveball.
It's got good velocity on it, so it may be the slider, but it's like you said, it's hard to tell from this angle.
All right, there is the pitch and the delivery, and it will be fouled over to the left side.
You enjoying this Major League Baseball season?
No, I'm not.
Well, can't imagine why.
Not yet.
It is early, but the New York Mets do have the best record in baseball.
Well, you would think the total opposite of that, right? The Los Angeles Dodgers should have the best record.
No, I'm not sure that's the total opposite, but I think the West All-Stars, yes, should have the best record.
Okay, yeah, well, I'll give you that part.
I got 2-2 here to Lopez.
Yeah, that's what I have. 2-2, 1 out. Upstairs, ball 3.
Lopez lined out to left to start the game on the first pitch of the contest. Been much more patient. Well, not really. He swung the first 2 pitches, didn't he? Another liner. Oh, just misses the glove of Bolaños, and that's going to be 2. And he'll stop at 2, stand up double. I thought Bolaños had a chance there. I don't guess his glove got quite as close as I thought, but that ball was absolutely ripped down the line.
So it looks like we're still paused, so we're okay. All right, coming up to the plate will be...
They're paying us. Hey, I'm going to talk.
That's right. Garrett Fuentes.
We apologize for the brief interruption. We had someone mess with our power source.
Looks like we're
inadvertently, but we are back on the air.
All right. It's perfect.
Ooh.
That's going to be smashed, hit hard, and that one, my friends, might be gone. And a home run for Fuentes. So 2-run home run.
I'm calling that a line drive home run. That got out in a hurry. And it is now 2-0 Carlsbad as Fuentes is the first to take advantage of that breeze, blowing out to left.
Yeah, nice shot. I'll tell you what, it's just a light breeze, but nice shot by Fuentes.
Yeah, that ball was hit so hard, I'm not sure the breeze was much of a factor. That was just hit right on the barrel.
This one here is the pitcher, Cantella.
And the umpire telling Carlsbad that that's enough celebrating and let's play some more baseball.
Let's see, and Cantella, senior. I know there was a, and it might not have been a Cantella. I know there was a real good shortstop a couple years ago that was playing Little League. I think it was for Shorthorn. I'm not real sure if it was Cantella or who it was, but looked like the same size. Playing shortstop, I wonder if that young man is still playing, maybe sub-varsity. But that one, my friends, is also gone.
Yeah, back-to-back home runs, and Lucero started to head that way, but that was a no-doubter.
That is a fly ball.
Yeah, that one was the fly ball variety for sure. And, Luke Lynn throws hard, and if you catch it just right, you can give it a ride, as the last 2 hitters can testify. Gets a lot of strikeouts, but not really a junk baller. He's gonna shove.
Yeah, so, nice hit.
Yeah, 3-0 Carlsbad now on back-to-back home runs. by Fuentes and Quintela, the 2 and 3 hole hitters. And so here's your power hitter, the cleanup hitter.
Risher will take Risher will take strike one on the called strike. Carlsbad known to hit the long ball.
Didn't get any on us on Tuesday, but
that's going to be the called strike. So 0-2 with 1 out. Carlsbad with the lead here in the top half of the third inning with only 1 out. There's the pitch, and nice pitch, and that's going to be strike 3.
Strikeout number 2 for Luke on the afternoon. Pre-evening, or whatever you want to call it.
I'll tell you what a beautiful, beautiful early evening.
Yeah,
5:34.
Great day for baseball, isn't it?
You know, maybe next year never too early to start thinking about barbecuing at the Diamond. Dogs and burgers. We have called strike 2. Oh, excuse me, 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Yeah, that's always a nice thing, especially on a Saturday morning. You're prepping, and I know today's not Saturday, it's Friday, but I'm just already thinking about next year.
Well, it's
stuff your face Saturday is what I call it, you know.
Not much better than getting the grill going and watching baseball, whether it's at a ballpark or in the backyard or wherever it is.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Anytime you have a baseball game, you should be cooking some bratwurst.
Yeah, brats and baseball. Something else starts with a B. I forget what it is.
Yeah, Well, I tell you what, I'm really a big fan of bratwurst, sauerkraut. Those Dodger dogs. Have you ever heard of a Dodger dog?
You know, I have.
I bet you like to have one of those now, don't you?
I would love to, because I've never been to Chavez Ravine. So.
Yeah, ball and play. It should be a stand-up double. Let's see what Collins will do here, and he will stand up.
Going to call that a hard ground ball. Double makes it all the way to the fence. Lucero gets it in quick, but as you said, Collins with the stand-up double, and he'll get the courtesy as he is the catcher. Oh, or is he just – oh, no, okay.
Yeah, just taking
Yeah, he's not the catcher.
The guard off his leg there. He's going to trot back to second base. Coming up to the plate now will be number 10 will be Wade Cozart. Cozart 0 for 1. Grounded out into a fielder's choice. Lost the bat. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Big cut from Cozart.
And now just a comfortable lead for Collins as he's leaning towards second. Palomino will be in position. Well, that one might just trail, and let's see if there is going to be a call off by Adrian Lucero, and he does. So good job by Lucero, and that's going to be caught, and that will be out number 3.
Carlsbad gets 3 runs on the 2 home runs, 4 hits total, no errors on 25 pitches. Noah Lynn, Villa, and Palomino will be the hitters for the Coyotes. In the bottom of the third, they trail 3-0. KSVPTV.com.
All right, everyone, we want to invite you to the 3rd annual Roswell Honda Classic, where the golf is fun, but better than that, we have free beer, free food, free prizes, and the chance to win this 2025 Honda Civic.
Attention Roswell Coyote fans. When you have a history of greatness, the real challenge starts after the finish line. When victory alone isn't enough, raise your bar, keep dreaming, and go beyond the limits that you thought possible. The new 2024 Honda Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot, part of the Roswell Honda Rugged Trail Sport lineup. Roswell Honda, proud supporter of all Roswell High School sports.
Welcome back to KSVPTV.com. Coyote baseball. The Roswell Coyotes trail 3-0. I'll tell you what, Carlsbad had a pretty good half inning there. Did get an update, Coach, from Hobbs. The Lady Coyotes taking on the Lady Eagles. Currently winning 7-1, but on a lightning delay.
Oh, really? Got the storms going in West Texas, eastern New Mexico. I did see that on the weather this morning.
I saw where Lubbock was in a tornado watch.
Yeah, that's usually Tornado Alley, but upgraded to more serious there.
All right, there's the pitch. Quintella. That one's going to be hit hard. And that's going to be caught over by Herrera for out number 1.
Yeah, and the little warning track power. I tease because he's got plenty of power. Just warning track on that one.
All right, coming up to the plate now will be Villa for the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, Diego's done good in limited action at the plate. He's got to hit more here later in the season. Give you his numbers, just 42 plate appearances, 33 at bats, hitting .212.
And there's going to be the dribbler over to third base side, and let's see if Kozar can make the strong throw over to Molinar. He does. So it will be 5-3 put out for out number 2. Tough play. Nice arm by Kozart, and will come up to the top of the lineup here will be Jacob Palomino, who is 0 for 1.
3 pitches, 2 outs.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. Palomino struck out looking in his first frame. Going to go inside, and the bender for strike 2. All right, Quintella delivers with the fastball, and Palomino will strike out.
Yeah, Roswell goes real quick here in the bottom of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors on just 6 pitches. Carlsbad have Molinar, Herrera, and Carter up. When we come back, still 3-0 Carlsbad, KSVPTV.com.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
In a medical emergency, every second counts. Artesia General Hospital's emergency department is open 24/7, staffed with highly trained professionals ready to provide life-saving care when you need it most. Don't wait. When minutes matter, trust Artesia General Hospital. Quality emergency care close to home. Learn more at artesiageneral.com.
All right, we are back. KSVPTV.com. Coyotes trail 3-0 coming up to the plate for Carlsbad. Will be number 9, Jonas Molinar, the 6'2 senior.
Struck out swinging his first time up.
Upstairs for ball 1. All right, so that question you asked me, I have to go back and look, Coach. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
And that's going to be fouled back. One ball, one strike with no outs. The Coyotes do trail 3-0, top of the 4th. Single game here
Yeah, almost no doubleheaders this year.
I'm
not sure how I feel about that. I kind of like the district doubleheaders.
Well, I do too. To and from actually. So, little dribble over to Joaquin Bolaños to see if he can make the strong throw. He does. 5-3 put out for out number 1.
Yeah, Joaquin played that perfectly. Nice strong throw, didn't overthrow. Good stretch by Noah Lynn at first.
So I have a question for you on that. We're talking about Joaquin Bolaños. He's currently a junior. And tell you what, pretty good athlete in general, but what do you think his strongest sport is? Football or baseball?
I think it's football. I mean, not disparaging his baseball abilities at all, but I just think, and I think you're going to see it a lot more next year. That's his game. Agree?
I swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 1. I'm going to have to agree, but I tell you what, I think and I could be wrong, this is my opinion, but I think he really enjoys baseball quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm sure that he enjoys it. And I'll tell you what I like about it. I'm sure it's the same way in football. I'm not in the locker room for football like I'm in the dugout for baseball so much. But he's just such a good leader and such a good locker room presence. He's positive, and he's leading. He's leading in the right way in there, so he has fun, and not in a way that's that you don't want to see, not messing around fun. He like you said, he just enjoys baseball.
Yeah, and what made me think about that, Coach, is an athlete in general. Anybody who plays that hot spot over at third base, and nice pitch, swing and a miss. Good job by Villa blocking it. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that's going to be out number 2. It's a hot spot anyway, and made it look pretty easy.
Yeah, no, it's a real slick play over there.
All right, coming up to the plate for Carlsbad will be number 14, Jaden Carter, the 5'10 junior. Facing Luke Lynn from the stretch. That's going to be hit well, and bye-bye ball. And that's going to be the 3rd home run for the Carlsbad Cavemen this evening.
A little get-together amongst the infielders as we get some more baseballs to the umpire. Unfortunately, keep losing them.
I used to have a college coach back in the day, and there's a few of us that have played, Coach Magaha and Coach Fuentes, myself. I'm sure there's probably some more around there anyway. Coach Hasten, the AD over in Carlsbad, Coach Clayba always said, when you hit a home run, act like you've done it before. So get around the bases and don't be celebrating.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right to celebrate some, but, you just don't. I've always loved that saying.
Yeah.
Act like you've been there before. Act like you've done it before, and that's a good thing to tell young players.
All right, it's going to be ball downstairs, and the hitter is going to be number 3. It's going to be Eloy Lopez, the 6'2 junior. Call strike for strike 1. Yeah, there's been a few of us that have played over there at Eastern New Mexico. That's been 30 years ago, Coach. I mean, we're old men now, so.
Yeah, some more than others.
That's probably true. And that one's going to be a ground ball to the right side, and it's going to be a base wrap.
Yeah, singled through the right side into right. No chance for first or second to get there. Nice piece of hitting by Lopez. His first hit of the day. And now we get back to one of those home run heaters.
Yeah, number 12. That's going to be Garrett Fuentes.
He hit the 2-run shot. Off the same pitcher here, and a chance to do it again.
All right, Luke Lynn from the stretch, throw the bender, strike one.
This will be 70 pitches for Luke. Thinking you may see a reliever in the 5th.
You're saying this will be 70?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I have. Right, 69. So 4-0 is the score if you're just now tuning in to KSVPTV.com. Coyote baseball. Coyotes taking on the Carlsbad Cavemen. There's the hop, and the stolen base for Lopez, and that's going to be ball.
Yeah, Bino Sanchez showing the hops over there, getting up for that ball. Bringing it down, but it will be a stolen base for Lopez.
That's what I gave him. All right, Garrett Fuentes, 1 for 2. 2-run homer, as you mentioned earlier, Coach. Hit it to the left side. Line drive, matter of fact.
Yeah, boy, it got out in a hurry.
And there's going to be another shot over to center field. It might be over the head. One bouncer, and that's going to be a stand-up double. And a run will score. So Fuentes doing his job offensively as well. And will be a RBI double.
Yeah, it makes the lead 5-0 as looks like Quintela up. And he's got power too. Like I said, I believe he had a 2-home run game against us last year when he was a junior. And, you know, you look at the kid, you don't think, oh, this guy's going to take a yard until you see him swing that bat.
Well, awfully good ball player. I'll tell you what, very, very good ball player, as you mentioned, Coach. And, you know, as they say in this fine game of baseball, you don't need size. I mean, I can tell you, who does he remind you of? You going to say Altuve?
Altuve, yeah. Kind of same build. Plays similar positions. And certainly capable of taking it out of the park.
Well, as you saw that earlier, earlier in the, I believe it was in the 3rd inning, back-to-back home runs. It's going to be upstairs for ball number 3. It's hard to see from this area if there's anybody in the bullpen. No, I see it now. No, nobody as of this moment. 74 pitches for Luke Lynn, 3 2/3 innings pitched up to this point, and we'll deliver as Sanchez will go to second base and attempt to get Fuentes. And there's the pitch, and that one's going to be hit hard and just foul. Actually, that's going to be way foul.
Yeah, crawled over the fence out there. Foul territory left.
As they say, when you're hitting, come out of your shoes. And I'm going to tell you what. Number 15.
That was a good swing right there.
Aiden Altuve.
Just a little early.
And I'm being funny when I say that. He comes out of his shoes. Now it's going to be hit high. Look at that, Coach. That's just
look how far that ball carried.
I thought that was just a regular pop-up, and that's up to the warning track, but that will be out number 3.
And I messed up my thing here, but we will fix it. All right, Lucero at the warning track makes the play. Carlsbad gets 2 more runs on a home run and a double. 3 hits, 22 pitches. Roswell will have Dominguez, Sanchez, Lujan up when we come back. Coyotes trail 5-0, headed to the bottom of the 4th, KSVPTV.com.
At National Furniture Liquidators, it's a tax time truckload sale featuring famous Ashley brand furniture. Truckload savings like your choice. 4-piece queen bedrooms, just $588. Entertainment centers, $148. A 5-piece pub set, $295. Or an Ashley reclining sofa or love seat, just $588 each. Many more savings plus great financing options regardless of your credit. Ashley Tax Time Truckload Sale. When it comes to value, quality, and selection, nobody beats Shorty.
All right, welcome back to Coyote Baseball, KSVPTV.com. The Carlsbad Cavemen currently with the lead 5-0, and a few home runs here in this single varsity game. 3 home runs, as a matter of fact, for Carlsbad. And we'll get you a count for Luke Lynn as far as pitches are concerned.
76.
And it looked like Luke Lynn will finish the inning with 76 pitches, and now the hitter for Roswell will be Dominguez. And it will be a called strike. Dominguez 0 for 1 in this contest. Flew out to the shortstop in his first at-bat, facing the pitcher, number 15, Aiden Cantella. And it's going to be upstairs for ball 1. And, you know, as we talked about with some of the rosters and some of the games the Roswell Coyotes have been in, and it's not that they've really had a really terrible season, just kind of some bad luck a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's not – they've been in a lot of games, and especially early in the season, it just seems like they were losing one-run games. And, you know, they've been competitive all year long, and, you know, they're not going to make the postseason, but it's not like it's been a disastrous year.
That's correct. All right, coming up to the plate will be Savino Sanchez, again, who he is 0 for 1, and he struck out swinging in his last at bat. But Dominguez is at first base as he was hit by a pitch. And now he's in trouble. So let's see if he will be out in the pickoff from Cantella to gosh darn it, Coach. Cantella to Molinar. Molinar over to Hernandez, then the pickle, and then, of course, Dominguez will be out on the pickoff. Okay, and so now the hitter will be, well, still the hitter, Savino Sanchez. That's going to be upstairs, swinging a miss for strike
1, first pitch to him. Yeah, he went. And I was just about to say we're going to see the first, see the pickoff move from Quintella, and it was pretty good, obviously.
Sure was.
Although I think that one's a little bit on Dominguez.
1 ball, 1 strike with an out. Sanchez, the hitter. It's going to be foul back, strike 2. Yeah, it's getting close.
Yeah,
to
I don't know.
Lower numbers.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. We don't usually do that. We might be off by 1 sometimes, but
off by about 3 pitches. We'll get you caught up here in just a second. About 40 pitches, we'll say. About 42 pitches or so. And that's going to be foul. Oh, they're going to call that fair ball. That's absolutely 100% foul.
Boy, that was a foul ball. That was a foul ball.
That was way foul. But they're going to get they're going to say that's a ball in play.
It's going to be a double for Lujan.
All right.
For Sanchez, I should say.
Well, and you and I saw it. It was clearly foul.
Yeah, that ball did not get over the bag. And, you know, Coach Lujan doing what he should do and indicating that it was fair and trying to influence the call. But that was a foul ball. That was a missed call. And you know what? It happens.
It happens.
Sometimes there are missed calls in baseball.
Now, my question to you is, was that the first hit? Refresh my memory. Is that the first or second hit of this ball game for the Roswell Coyotes?
I believe it's the first. But,
okay, so.
Oh, well, yeah.
You see where I'm coming, right?
I do. Let me just verify that. No, there has been another hit in the game.
Okay, so.
Luke Lynn had a hit last inning.
Look at the ground ball, but look at the scoop there by number 3. That's going to be Eloy Lopez. Makes it look easy. 6-3 put out for out number 2.
Yeah, ranging and throwing. Does advance the runner Sanchez to third, however. And that'll give Joaquin Bolaños a chance to get the Coyotes on the board here.
I'm going to tell you this. Nothing. I mean, I think we do fine as well, but that's smooth.
Oh man, there's base hit.
And that's going to be an error, actually.
That's going to be an error, yeah. A run scoring error on the line drive. It's got to be an error on the right field. He had it in his glove. He just dropped it.
Well, yes, absolutely, 100%.
So Sanchez scores, gets Coyotes on the board. They still trail 5-1. And the only other guy to get a hit in this game, and Luke Lynn, who hit a line drive single his last time up.
Well, it must be about 6 o'clock or so because the sun usually is a factor there for right field. And so they're going to call it, well, it's 6 o'clock as we speak.
You're pulling a Crocodile Dundee on me there, aren't you?
I sure am. All right. So the score's 5-1 in favor of Carlsbad. That's going to be ball one. We're going to try to get caught up here. And
yeah, and Luke's, I don't know. You got to turn, not duck there. Yeah, that's what the helmet's for. I need base runners.
Oh, my gosh. I'm just going back to that last base hit there. I mean, that was that was bad. All right, 3 unassisted for the third out for the Carlsbad Cavemen.
And Coyotes do get a run, though, on 1 hit, 1 error, 11 pitches. Carlsbad will have Risher, Collins, and Cozart when we come back for the 5th inning. And Carlsbad is leading 5-1, KSVPTV.com.
Hi, my name's Chance with Trustmark Roofing and Windows, and here's what you should expect during your window inspection. Upon my arrival, you'll receive a 15-minute courtesy call letting you know I'm on the way. Once I'm in your home, I'm going to be checking for moisture indication, functionality, and any kind of energy efficiency improvements to the inside and outside of your home. After my inspection, I'll give you my professional opinion, and then you can decide whether you want a no-obligation quote. Myself or the office will contact you to set up a date when I can show you my products and options to best suit your needs. So when choosing windows, choose Trustmark Roofing and Windows. Our goal is to give you a 5-star service and get you what you deserve, and that's the best.
Welcome back, KSVPTV.com. Coyote baseball, and we will have a new pitcher.
Yeah, we're going to close the book on Luke Lynn. He pitched 4 innings, faced 21 batters, 76 pitches, 49 of those for strikes. Good percentage there. Gave up 8 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. Just 1 walk against 4 strikeouts. Left 4 on base, so kind of a typical outing, a little higher on the ERA than Luke's had for most of the year. But otherwise, solid effort. And now it will be Joaquin Bolaños.
Yeah, Coach, you can talk to us about Joaquin Bolaños. He's really done a pretty good job on the bump.
Yeah, he's done pretty well. Pitched 28 innings and has an ERA of 5.5. So he's been pretty good. You know, he's number 3. I mean, he's basically been the number 3 pitcher this year and has been solid in that role.
That's going to be ball 1 to the hitter, Risher.
You know, Luke Lynn and Jace Griffin have kind of been co-aces, we'll say. They've both been very effective, both a little better in some areas than the other.
Talk to me a little bit, since we've been across the street doing a lot of the things here. Tell me about the shortstop, Palomino. Has he had any innings?
Very few.
Okay.
Again, that's a nice curveball from Bolaños there. Yeah, I mean, with the injury and coming back late, he's just not had a whole lot of opportunity to get in the groove as a pitcher. I'll give you those numbers here momentarily as I keep up. Yeah, just one total inning pitch.
So very limited.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be a curveball in the dirt there. Very limited pitches, and I foresee him probably not pitching very much the rest of the year.
No,
I mean,
probably. I mean, he might pitch against Clovis.
One or two
week.
innings, maybe. Yeah. That's going to be popped up over to the left side, and Adrian Lucero with a can of corn for the first out.
Yep, good start for Bolaños.
All right, coming to the plate now will be number 11, Tanner Collins, the 5'9" senior. Yeah, just, as you mentioned, the Coyotes, I think it's safe to say the Coyotes will not make postseason, but that's going to be a shot over to the third base side, and that's going to be an error from, or by Luke Lynn. We'll get that. And now Collins will be at first base. Now coming up to the plate will be Cozart, who is 0 for 2.
Yeah, grounded into a fielder's choice and then popped out to left. But that was against the harder throwing Lynn. We'll see if he can get this ball to his power side. I know we'd like to with a runner at first.
Yeah, Collins with a 3-4 step lead at first base. Bolaños. Oh, look at that. It'll be 3 unassisted, and the double play nicely done by the Roswell Coyotes. And that will be out number 2 and 3.
So Lynn scoops it up, touches his bag, and throws over to second for the slick double play, as you said. Carlsbad, no runs, no hits, 1 error on 9 pitches. Error doesn't cost him a bit. Roswell will have Lucero, Noah Lynn, and Villa up when we come back. Coyotes trail 5-1, head to the bottom of the 5th on KSVPTV.com.
Maybe your AC unit needs a little tender loving care. If you don't know where to turn, then you don't know jack. In fact, they're downright funky. Let the boys at Fergie's Plumbing and Heating get your AC unit ice cold, just like some of my lady friends. Don't let any fool make you lose your cool. Fergie's Plumbing and Heating. If you don't know Fergie, then you don't know jack. 632-2660.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Adrian Lucero, Noah Lynn, and Villa will be the hitters coming up for Roswell here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. The score is 5-1. Coyotes do get on the scoreboard. A double, stand-up double by Savino Sanchez.
And then an error in right field scores the run.
How do you say that? And I'm joking when I say this. I want to make sure I say this correctly. It was a double foul, or how can we say that? A foul double? It was a...
Yeah.
I don't know. We're going to come up with something. He got on with a double that was foul.
Yeah. That was
4-5 feet foul.
It was clearly foul. We'll say that. Not to beat a dead horse. But,
yeah, and again, I probably shouldn't have said that, but I did.
Oh.
It's going to be swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, but it is what it is, Coach. It was
Yeah,
foul.
no, it was.
All right.
That will be strikeout number 5 for Quintella against no walks. 1 run, unearned, just 2 hits in the ball game.
Noah Lynn coming up to the plate. The first baseman. It's going to be outside for ball 1. Noah Lynn signed his national letter of intent to play at West Texas A&M. And he will be playing football.
One of 2 on this baseball team that will go on to play football at the next level, with Jacob Palomino playing Mexico military, where I assume that he will be a wide receiver, but I'm not. You know, he might get in the mix quarterback. You never know. He's a very talented kid.
I was wondering about that. I was wondering if he was going to actually get some reps, but I was going to be swinging a miss for strike 3, and I love the fact where I was looking at the catching position. I better clarify that just so I don't. It's going to be swinging a miss for strike 3, but did you see what he did there, Carter? Even though it was a swing and a miss, caught it clean. Just to clarify, he went and touched the batter. That's great mechanics and smart ball.
Any time it's close, whether or not you caught it or if it bounced to your glove.
That one, my friends, is going to be, well, this should be fair. No.
Foul just south of first base.
That one was a lot closer than that one.
That one was. I agree with you. But either way, it's going to be strike 1 on Diego.
Got to stand up here, do a little stretching here. All right, so 0-1 with 2 outs to the hitter Villa. And that's going to be ball in the dirt.
Did not commit.
So I'm trying to see how many pitches you have. We'll take a look at it.
I think we're going to stay at 3 different.
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think so.
Are we fixing it?
I think we're getting awfully close here.
I've got him at 54 pitches.
I have him at 55.
Strike 2 swinging to Villa.
I think you're counting those pickoff moves, Coach.
I might be. Wouldn't be the first time, unfortunately.
All right, there's going to be a timeout called by Villa. Look, you can tell he just focused and saying, hey, let's go.
Ooh,
it's going to be a called strike, and that's going to be strike number 3 and out number 3.
Roswell, no runs, no hits, no errors, 12 pitches. Carlsbad will have Molinar, Herrera, and Carter up when we come back with the Caveman ahead 5-1, KSVPTV.com.
All right, everyone, we want to invite you to the 3rd annual Roswell Honda Classic, where the golf is fun, but better than that, we have free beer, free food, free prizes, and the chance to win this 2025 Honda Civic.
Our new business solution is providing an amazing Wi-Fi experience. Frankie's Cafe is booming more than ever. I'm here, undercover, to check it out.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Hi. Would you mind taking a video I can upload to TikTok?
Oh, this happens a lot. Sure, I'm a TikTok guy. You can add different music.
Oh, no, I meant, can you take a video of us?
And that's called a photo.
Welcome back to the top half of the 6th inning as Carlsbad With the lead, 5-1. Pitcher for the Roswell Coyotes in relief is Joaquin Bolaños.
Yeah, he had a real good inning last inning. Let's hope he can get another one.
Yeah, coming up for Carlsbad will be number 9, Jonas Molinar, the 6'2 senior.
Swinging strikeout and a ground out. But capable hitter and pitched really well against us on Tuesday. Went the distance.
And that's going to be hit well, and that is going to be
foul ball.
That's going to be foul, strike number 1.
Little early on that swing, otherwise that's a rope.
You can see Magaha also saying the same thing. That's fair. That's.
What do you say? Just want consistency, right? You just want consistency in the calls.
All right, 1 ball, 1 strike. There's the nice bender by Bolaños, and that's going to be a called strike.
Yeah, he might have even gone around on that. That was a great curveball.
Sure was.
Oh, boy.
And that, my friends, is hit well, and that is going to be a home run. Oh, wait a minute. They're going to call that foul.
It was well over the fence, but about 10 feet wide of the fair pole.
Well, and from this angle, you just never know, Coach. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and an out. Score is 5-1. Have to have a little humor here. That's going to be hit hard over to the left gap, and it's going to be a single for Molinar.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting. A little too high for Palomino, and Dominguez gets it in. So a leadoff single for Molinar, and the 8-hole Herrera will be up. He grounded out and then struck out swinging. But again, that was against Luke Lynn.
Yeah, so Herrera wearing jersey number 4, Molinar at first base. And there's going to be the attempted bunt, and that's going to be fouled.
Did he get a piece of that?
He
I guess he
did. Yeah.
So looking to go small ball with a 4-run lead.
Looked like Magaha was a little disturbed there, not getting the ball down. That's I'm that way. You got to let that ball come to the bat, but there's going to be a stolen base, and it will be another strike as as Herrera offered.
Yeah, and another bunt attempt that will drive a coach crazy.
Well, now
but you know, it's becoming a lost art. I really feel that, you know, players don't. I don't think coaches teach it enough. I don't think players work on it enough. You just don't see good bunters anymore.
Yeah, I tell you what, we really, and of course that's been 30, 35 years ago. I mean, we practiced it constantly.
Yeah,
it was just something where, you're batting and you're attempting it, and it wasn't hard at all, but you used to catch the ball just barehanded to make sure you learn how to bunt a ball. And, of course, nowadays, you just can't really do that kind of stuff. I guess you can, but you just got to be real careful.
Well, that's you could do it. You could just put a glove in a guy's hand, I guess, and just say, hey.
Yeah. Well,
that glove's your bat. You just catch it with your. I guess you'd need to catch with your right hand and not instead of your left. But
we used to use tennis balls at first, and then if we didn't do it right, then guess what we used?
Yeah.
Regular balls, and you caught it. And that's when America was America, though.
Full count now.
Yeah, it is. And Molinar at second base. Comfortable lead. Sanchez back to his original position. That's going to be ball 4. Coming up now for Carlsbad will be number 14. That's going to be Jaden Carter.
And Carter with the 9-hole home run his last time up.
All right, with no outs, you can hear Coach Lovato saying roll it. That's exactly what you do, and there's going to be another attempted bunt.
Boy, a guy just hit a home run. No outs, 2 on, and you have him show bunt. That's interesting.
Well, what you're trying to do is get up to the leadoff hitter again and trying to put the game away. Ball 2. And, Coach, you're probably going to see another attempt at bunt, and it'd probably be, even if the pitch is probably a strike anyway, he's going to be taken. I'm almost certain of it.
Well, why show bunt if you're just taking?
Well, you're trying to interfere with it, and there's going to be the called strike.
And we get some disagreement on that called strike.
All right, 2 balls and a strike. Carlsbad with 2 runners on. Herrera at first base, Molinar at second base. And that is above letters. You don't bunt that, you let that go.
Yeah.
But that's good news for Joaquin Bolaños from the Roswell Coyotes. That's going to be strike number 2.
Yeah, a little surprised because Carter did such a good job early in the count with laying off those pitches, even though he was attempting to bunt. Just couldn't let that one sail up. Now with 2 strikes, he'll get a chance to swing away as he did last time. I'm not sure that's a good thing.
And that's going to be a pickoff move. Let's see if Palomino can deliver. And looks like it might be a play at the dish. And look at this. It's
got him.
Kind of a little bit of a circus, Coach.
Yeah.
All right, so Bolaños will deliver and over to Savino Sanchez. Savino Sanchez will deliver over to Luke Lynn. I didn't think the throw was there, so I'm going to give the air over to Sanchez. Sanchez, goes past Lynn, and then, of course, Molinar will score. Herrera then now will – Molinar will score, and Herrera will be out at third base. So that's a big old mess. We're going to see what's going on here.
Yeah, that's fun to put into the old game changer.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do here. That's going to be a
ball. So it's 3-2 count now to Carter.
I'm going to undo that.
And here's a deep shot, but easy play for Dominguez for out number 2. Yeah, ball stayed up a long time. And
that's out number 2 is what you have?
That is out number 2. So nobody on now with 2 outs. Another run gets across for Carlsbad. They lead 6-1. And they will have leadoff hitter Eloy Lopez to the plate. Eloy 2 for 3 in the ball game. Has a line out, a double, and a single. Both the hits down the left field line. The out was opposite, but again, different pitcher.
All right, I'm still working on the last play, Coach.
Yeah.
It's
It was a tricky one. Foul ball past the light pole left.
And now this is hitting wise. That's number 3. I had Carter actually hit over to center field. Is that correct?
Yeah, fly out center. And you wonder how you get your pitch counts missed.
That right
Time
there,
for
yeah.
The batter.
I think we're going to be all right, though. That was a tricky one there. And the count now to Lopez
is 0-2 on 2 foul balls.
And Coach, how many pitches do you have currently?
I've got 28.
Coach, look at that.
Hey.
28 pitches for Joaquin Bolaños. He has pitched an inning and 2/3 up to this point here. And to the hitter is Lopez, who is 2 for 3. There's the curveball, and that's going to be strike number 3 on the called strike.
And that will do it for Carlsbad in the top of the 6th. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error on 20 pitches. And Roswell will have Palomino, Dominguez, Sanchez. That's the top of the order up. When we come back, KSVPTV.com. Carlsbad up 6-1.
Hey guys, Aaron Dishman, your general sales manager down here at Roswell Ford. Did you know that Ford Motor Company employs more American workers than any other manufacturer in the United States? Did you also know that Ford Motor Company has the largest manufacturing footprint in the U.S.? That's right, guys. That's why during the month of April, we're going to reconfirm our commitment to you with employee pricing for all. That's right. You pay what we pay. Down here at Roswell Ford, we have hundreds of vehicles to choose from, and we want to put them in your driveway. Come see us today at 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell, New Mexico, or call us at 623-3673. Don't forget to ask for the guy in the tie. Can't wait till you get here. Welcome back, KSVPTV.com. Coyote Baseball. We're here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Just a single game. Varsity start at first at 5 o'clock, and then at the conclusion of this game, about 20 minutes later, will be the JV game.
The JV contest, yeah.
Single game with that as well. I'm not a big fan of just a single game, honestly, but it is what it is. I guess I kind of understand with the new pitching rules.
Here's Jacob Palomino 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And looks at a called strike there.
Yeah, Palomino, excuse me, who was injured earlier in the year, and glad to see him back in action here. Tell you what, Coach, talking about a respectful young man.
Oh yeah, that's a coach's dream right there. A great athlete with a great attitude,
and a great arm, and a great runner, and state champion quarterback.
Yeah, there's just not much to gripe at when that kid walks in your locker room or on your field or your court, whatever he's doing.
Yes,
classroom.
Sir. He will go far in life. Just because he's also very intelligent, Coach.
Oh, absolutely.
Swing and a miss for strike 3 for the hitter, Jacob Palomino. Will be out number 1.
Here's the update from Gene Dow. Artesia at Lovington, also delayed, middle of the 3rd in a tie ball game.
Well, let's hope this does not get delayed here.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's not going to happen.
Well, that's a nice pitch by Quintela. The hitter is Dominguez. Called strike.
That looks like it could potentially be a hail delay.
Oh, gosh. It's going to be a base hit for Dominguez.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting there.
Between the 5-6 hole, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was.
Coach, did I see that right? Was that in Artesia?
In Lovington.
In Lovington. Hailstorm?
Must be. That's what it looked like to me. Text him back.
Oh, gosh. He did send it over to me. Yeah, that looks like
we got a picture from Gene Dow, and looks like they might have had a hailstorm in Lovington, and it looks like it snowed.
Wow. Pickoff move over to first base. Quintela over to Molinar, and Dominguez.
I'm glad to have your batting helmet in those situations, huh? When the golf ball size hail starts coming down.
That's right. What's your count to Sanchez?
0-0.
And I was making sure that we're on the same page. He is 1 for 2 in this ball game.
Well, Quintela, picked Dominguez off last time, so he's looking to do it again. Already thrown over there twice.
Well, you have about 61 pitches, right?
Yeah, super efficient.
It's going to be a called strike.
61 pitches through 5 1/3.
Well, and I have me about 64.
Man, that's either way, that's really efficient.
That's going to be swing and a miss, strike 2.
Well, you did have that 6-pitch inning, and that helps. But, you know, as we talked about earlier, I don't think he's their ace. And he has looked like it today.
I'm going to have to talk with Coach Magaha and ask that question.
Nice play catch.
Nice play by Carter.
Carter ranging all the way back to the screen to make the play on Sanchez. So 2 gone here in the 6th. And the Coyotes down their last 4 outs.
All right, coming up to the plate will be number 18, Elias Lujan. Lujan 0 for 2. Facing Cantella, 5 2/3 innings pitched, as you said earlier.
Yeah, Elias with a pop out and a ground out. But Coach's middle child leading the team in RBIs this year with 22.
Just thinking about that.
Way ahead of second place. Which is Dominguez with 12. Been an RBI machine.
Yes, he has. So we have 1 ball and no strikes. Make it 2 balls and no strikes, and that's going to be a wild pitch, and Dominguez will advance.
Calling that a wild pitch? Or
I am.
Oh, I agree.
All right. I'm trying to get real close to make sure we're close to even here. You have 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, hitters count for Lujan, the runner in scoring position.
And there's the pitch, and just misses inside, so 3-0. So you have it right at 67 pitches. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Well, look at that. I don't know how that happened. 67 pitches. And there's the pitch, and that's going to be strike 1.
Probably need to be taken there anyway.
Of course.
Elias wasn't sure about the call there, but
good-sized kid.
yeah, might not be done growing, just sophomore.
Swing and miss, strike 2. That's right. He I thought he was a junior, but you're right. He is only a sophomore.
Yeah, and he is one of those 4 guys on the team with 2 home runs this year.
And both those home runs were here at
our yard.
Our yard.
In fact, I think all of our home runs this year have been in home games. Can't think of one on the road.
That's going to be fouled back. So 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Dominguez at second base. Advanced on the wild pitch by Cantella. See what Elias Lujan can do here. And that's going to be ball 4. Now I'm going to try to finagle this here.
Lujan draws his 9th walk of the season.
71 pitches for Cantella.
Oh, I've got no, I'm just kidding.
I knew it. Don't be messing with me like that, Coach.
So here's Bolaños 0 for 2, and not Bolanos, as he was called on Tuesday by public address, swings and misses. Got a fly out and reached on an error by the right fielder, which actually scored the run.
Bolanos, where was that?
That was in Carlsbad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm going to start calling him Bolanos.
Ouch.
And Bolanos with the HP.
Right in the right forearm, and he flexes it as he tosses the bat.
And Bolaños, that stings right there, my friend. Look at that. That hurts right there on the forearm, inside part.
That's got to be one of the worst. I mean, there's no good places to get hit unless you're just a real big guy and you get one in the right in the glute. But none of them feel very good.
No, at all.
So now bases loaded for Luke Lynn. Luke Lynn, no homers for his career. This would be a great time to be.
Oh my gosh!
To get his first one.
Well, that'll be a new ball game, Coach.
Yeah, make it a one-run game.
And especially with just 2 outs, that's going to be foul back, strike one.
And that was a home run type swing there. Luke more of a contact hitter than his brothers.
Look at that. That one is hit well, but the batter will be out as Fuentes will catch it and trot on back to the third base side for out number 3.
Yep, so the Coyotes leave them loaded in the 6th. They get no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 3 left on base, 19 pitches. Carlsbad have Fuentes, Quintela, and Risher up. So we head to the 7th inning, KSVPTV.com.
Some wounds need expert care to heal properly. At Artesia General Hospital's Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine Center, we use advanced treatments like hyperbaric oxygen therapy to help chronic wounds heal faster. If you or a loved one has a wound that won't heal, call 575-736-8235 today and take the first step toward recovery.
Are they pink or are they raspberry sorbet? Are they orange or are they Caribbean coral? Hi, this is Ben from Roswell Seed Company, and of course, we're talking about geraniums, along with petunias and lantanas. We raise them in our greenhouse, then send them home with you to brighten up the world. And while we may disagree on what to call them, there's no doubt they're the prettiest flowers anywhere. So come get yours while the selection is best. But you're going to have to pick them out yourself because I'm colorblind.
Welcome back to KSVPTV.com as we begin the top half of the 7th inning, and we have a new pitcher. And we were just mentioning and having discussion, Jacob Palomino in the ballgame on the bump.
Yeah, Palomino moves from short to pitcher. Sanchez will move from second to short.
That's correct.
And Bolaños will move from the mound to second base. So there again, these are not positions that are unfamiliar to any of these guys. I mean, they've Lynn, Bolaños, Sanchez, Palomino can all play second, short, third, and pitch.
Yep.
And Bino will catch. So
nice pitch by Jacob Palomino, just misses the outer half.
Yeah, and this is a dangerous hitter, Fuentes. He popped out his first time, but he homered and then doubled. So be careful with him.
And there's going to be a foul to the left side. Just foul by about 10 feet. I know, I shouldn't say that. But you have to have a little bit of fun, too.
Well, try.
1 ball and 1 strike. No outs. The hitter is Fuentes. And that's going to be ball number 2.
And I believe that Palomino was an all-district pitcher last year, but just hasn't had the opportunity to pitch this year, whether it's coming in late from basketball, injured. And it takes a while to get into your groove. There's a good-looking called strike there.
Yeah, and
it's not just. I'm just saying it's not something you just walk out in the field and do. I mean, it takes preparation.
And I really do feel bad for the young man. Like we said, he's a stellar athlete. There's a ground ball to the third base side. Good grab. It's going to be a 5-3 put out for out number 1. So good job by Luke Lynn.
Real nice play.
Yeah, I do. Just, I mean, injuries happen. Injuries happen, but it's just one of those things where he was out for a couple of weeks for sure.
Yeah, I think he missed like 3 weeks with that injury. And
I still got to get into baseball shape, and then the injury, and then you're probably still getting into baseball shape right now. So,
yeah, he'll probably get into baseball shape right as the season ends.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
You know, I really would like to see, it's going to be ball 1 to the hitter, Quintella, but I'd really like to see, I know he's going on a scholarship to play football, but I think he has what it takes to play baseball over there at New Mexico Military as well. I really do believe that.
Well, yeah, probably. I mean, he could play the outfield too at that level, but talking about as a pitcher.
That's a little different, but there's a smash to the left side, and that's a line drive, and one bouncer off the wall. And let's see if Quintella will have a stand-up double, and he does. Talking about a rope.
Yeah, that one hopped the fence, and I thought it might be a ground rule double, but yeah, he absolutely hit that one. That was a laser. I'm not sure that got 20 feet off the ground at any point.
Are they having a discussion if that was fair or foul or what? Oh, no, they're saying that it was, okay, courtesy runner.
Yeah,
okay, perfect.
That's the pitcher.
It's going to be number 25, courtesy runner.
That is Roberson. Connor Roberson, junior, listed as a catcher, one of the few people on the team that's not listed as a pitcher. I think only the 2 catchers.
All right, 0 for 3 is Risher. And that's going to be foul back.
Yeah, Risher with a fly out center, a strikeout swinging, and a fly out to left. So he's going to attempt to put it in play if the trend continues.
Palomino in relief. Nice bender. Swing and fell back. Kyle Stu trails 6-1. We're here in the top half of the 7th inning. 6:43 on Friday night, May 25th. And that, my friends, is a call strike for out number 2. Coming up to the plate will be number 11, Tanner Collins.
Yeah, 5-hole hitter. Has a walk, a double, and reached on an error on a hard ball to third base.
There's a call strike.
Yeah, you're kind of seeing some of that 2024 Palomino now. As he starts to settle into his pitching routine.
It's going to be ball in the dirt. Good job by Villa.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, you know, nobody's caught him either. So Villa's done a tremendous job back there because he just hasn't. And again, neither Sanchez. Villa's pretty much become the full-time catcher here at the end of the season, but That takes getting used to as well.
Yeah, Coach, and it looks like Via will call a timeout, have a quick discussion with Palomino. Coach, Carlsbad 18-5 on the year, 3-0 in district play. Next week will be the end of the regular season for both squads here. Carlsbad will be taking on Hobbs on the 29th at Hobbs, and then the last game on May 2nd at Carlsbad. As for the Roswell Coyotes, it's going to be ball upstairs. I think you have that. It's going to be Tuesday, Friday of next week as well.
Yeah, Tuesday here at our yard, last home game, and then they will travel to Clovis on Friday. Both those games at 5 p.m. Of course, we'll have the Tuesday game, but we'll not be broadcasting the season finale on the road.
Yeah, so you and I, it'll be our last broadcast for baseball, at least as far as the Coyotes season is concerned, next Tuesday. Three and one the count to the hitter Collins. And that's going to be a little dribbler foul. I'm looking at Palomino here, and I'm studying the mechanics here as he's pitching from the stretch. You have, of course, the pinch runner is at number 25, Connor Robertson, but Palomino, you and I were talking on the road about the extension. Look at Palomino as he extends and gets a couple more miles on this fastball. Now, of course, that's an HP. But the separation.
And somebody tell Collins he doesn't have to wear that one. That's ball 4. Didn't appear to be that fast a pitch either.
The rocker step and then the collection point and then the stride separation. And he really separates. Coming up to the plate now will be number 10. Will be Wade Cozart.
He's 0 for 3, a couple of ground outs and a pop-up. Second ground out was double play. Ball 1 up.
17 pitches for Palomino. Collins at first base, Robertson at second. Noah Lynn not holding anybody on at first. It's going to be a called strike. Playing behind the runner.
As he should be with 2 gone.
That's correct.
Might sneak in there, but for the most part, you're going to stay back. Play at any bag. Runners at first and second.
There's going to be a base hit between the 5-6 hole, and
gonna send him.
Robertson will score easily, so an RBI single for the hitter Cozart.
Makes it 7-1, Cavemen. And Molinar to the plate. Singled his last time up after striking out and grounding out.
All right, there's the pitch, and that's going to be a called strike. Nice job by Palomino.
Yeah, seeing Palomino coming in relief here tells me that he's going to pitch next week.
Yeah. That one's going to be fouled back, strike number 2. Yeah, funny. It seems like everything we say, if it's sometimes we don't mean to say anything negative, but positive, negative. It's like the broadcaster's jinx. We say something about Palomino's not going to come in. He hasn't pitched in a while. It's been 1 inning, and then of course he's back in action here. So
there he is.
That's going to be a ball in the dirt. Good effort. Nice job by Villa.
But the runners will advance on the wild pitch. So now the force only at first.
Yeah, count 1 and 2. Let's see if Palomino will try the bender here on the outside half with Molinar 1 for 3 on the evening. And that one's going to be, let's see, it could be out of play. Does Villa have a chance? And he doesn't. Good effort.
Yeah, he got over there to make sure that if it did stay on this side of the screen that he would have a chance, but that ball just kept fading. I think the wind's died down a little bit since the game's progressed.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We were having trouble with our papers early on, and now it's just kind of perfect out right now.
It sure is.
Probably high 80s and a little breeze and watching baseball.
Yeah, just wish I had a bratwurst with some sauerkraut, a little bit of mustard, onion, green chili.
I'm not sure I've ever had one with green chili.
Oh, I'm telling you. You look like a kraut guy.
Oh, I'm a big bratwurst fan.
Good.
Got
That's
him.
going to be a called strike for strike number 3 and out number 3.
Carlsbad gets one more run on 2 hits, no errors, 25 pitches, and Roswell in the bottom of the 7th will have Lucero, Noah Lynn, and Villa up. That's the 7, 8, and 9. When we come back with Carlsbad in the lead 7-1, KSVPTV.com.
April showers? Not here. Instead, we shower you with savings. We have tons of new vehicles, great interest rates, thousands of dollars off, and a bunch of additional upgrades to add on. And don't forget about our Powertrain for Life program on each qualified purchase. No umbrella needed. Just come grab the deal of the season. Richland Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where the forecast is always savings.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the Powertrain Warranty for Life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details, 2nd and Sycamore, and 1309 Southeast Main.
All right, welcome back, KSVPTV.com, as we begin the bottom half of this 7th inning. Score 7-1. Coming out for the Roswell Coyotes will be number 6, Adrian Lucero.
Adrian needs to find a way to get on base, down 6 runs. Bottom of the, potentially the last.
And that's going to be hit high, and looks like Risher will have a chance and makes the play. Out number 1.
The old 1-pitch, 1 out. And now Noah Lynn to the plate, who earlier this afternoon qualified for state in the discus. So congrats to Big Poe on that one.
All right, now coming to the plate will be Noah Lynn, the first baseman. He is 0 for 2.
He is 0 for 2. Fly out and a strikeout. No more. He's got a base hit. Ground ball exactly up the middle and just out of the reach of the streaking Eloy Lopez. And Noah Lynn's standing on first. And that will bring Villa to the plate. He's also 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a strikeout, looking his last time up.
That's correct, Coach. And I was kind of swinging a miss. I was kind of daydreaming. Actually, I will tell you what I was thinking here. Even though we're coming to the end of the regular season for baseball, I started just thinking about football. We'll be back in action here in just a few months.
Yeah, before you know it. Before you know it. And those 4 months will go quick.
Well, and I mean, I'm talking May will be here next week, and you have all of May, June, July, and then, yeah,
football.
3.5 months, 4 months. That's going to be ball away. 2-1. Speaking of football, on Sunday, 4 p.m. here in the gymnasium will be the ring ceremony for the young men that won the 5A state championship. It's going to be ball upstairs. Now, I was thinking, I was looking at Coach Magaha earlier if he actually had some action in the bullpen, but it looks like now he's going to try to stay with Quintella.
Yeah, look, give him a chance at the complete game. I mean, he's only given up. Oh, there's a cold strike. Go back to my stats here on Quintella. He's scattered 4 hits, allowed 1 unearned run, just 1 walk, 8 strikeouts.
8, huh?
Yeah, it's been a real nice outing for Aiden Quintella.
That could be some trouble. No, well played by Risher. Well, I'm going to tell you what, was that a scouting report, or is that just the way Risher was playing?
I think he just got a great jump on it, to be honest with you. He saw it off the bat and got over to where he needed to be and made it look routine. It was not routine. That was hit right in the gap, but Risher, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful play. Good outfield play out there.
All right, Jacob Palomino, who is 0 for 3 tonight. Curveball swing and a miss, strike 1.
Yeah, Palomino hoping to avoid the sombrero here.
It's going to be a called strike, strike 2. So at the end of this game, we'll go over some statistics, close that out. Wow.
The dreaded sombrero, and unfortunately, that's how the game will end.
Well, Coach, so it looks like the Carlsbad Cavemen will defeat the Roswell Coyotes, and we're going to go over here to menu and exit this game here. And when you're ready, partner, you just let me know, and we'll go straight to statistics.
I'm ready right now. How's that?
Let's do it.
All right. So we will start with the Carlsbad Cavemen, who wins 7-1. They got home runs by Quintella, Fuentes, and Carter. Doubles by Quintella, Lopez, Fuentes, and Collins. And just the 1 error on the day. 12 hits, multiple hits from Lopez, Fuentes, Quintella, and Collins. Quintella had 3 hits. And just 1 player with multiple RBIs, and that was Fuentes, who hit the 3-run homer. Quintella, 7 innings pitched, scattered 4 hits, as I said, just 1 run and not earned, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts. For the Roswell Coyotes, Luke Lynn got the start and took the loss. 4 innings pitched, 8 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. Bolaños had a pretty good outing. 2 innings pitched, just 2 hits, 1 run, it was unearned, 1 walk and a strikeout. And Palomino came in for an inning. Gave up 2 hits, 1 run, it was an earned run, and 2 strikeouts for Jacob. Hitting for the Coyotes, just 4 hits in the ball game. Dominguez, Sanchez, and Luke and Noah Lynn each with a hit. Sanchez with the only extra base hit. He hit a questionable double in the ball game. And there's your stats.
All right, partner. Well, there you go. Well, the Carlsbad Cavemen will now improve their record to 19-5 on the year, 4-0 in district play. Carlsbad will be back in action, as we mentioned earlier, next week on Tuesday, April 29th at Hobbs, and to close the regular season out on May 2nd, next Friday, and that will be played in Carlsbad. As for the Roswell Coyotes now will fall to 9-14 on the year, 1-3 in district play. And the Roswell Coyotes will close out the season next week, have 2 games. April 29th, that game will be played here at our yard, and we'll be broadcasting that live. And then the Roswell Coyotes will close the season out on May 2nd at Clovis. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald will close this out from our yard. Safe travels to your destination. We'll see you next time. And it's always a great day to be a Coyote. Have a good night.